Spellbound is a femtastical, actual play D&D podcast. It follows the adventures of Princess Theia, the human sorceress, played by Lydia Miller.
Somebody kick this thing's ass.
Delaelia, the elven ranger, played by Kelsey Botwinick-Caruza.
What's going on in here?
Feliks, the gnome fighter, played by Rebecca Munoz.
Feliks Beck Sync Preptorable, thank you very much.
And me, your dungeon master, Emma Carter. Welcome, listeners. Although we look like we might be a child-friendly podcast, Spellbound contains adult language and themes. See the content warning in the episode notes. Today's episode is part 2 of our session with guest player and patron, Justin Barron. If you'd like to learn more about Justin, you can follow him at Nerd Nachos on Twitter and YouTube. To enjoy Justin's DMing and storytelling skills, check out Ghostlight RPGs. The entire first campaign of Ghostlight RPGs, entitled Childish Things, was DM'd by Justin and includes Kelsey and myself as some of the players. You can find all 22 episodes on the Ghostlight RPGs YouTube channel. Be sure to tune in mid-February. Ghostlight will be starting up 2 new campaigns, one of which will be DM'd by me, my first live stream DM experience. That'll be Pitfalls and Ponies for all you My Little Pony fans out there. Although Spellbound is not child-friendly, Pitfalls and Ponies will be a family-friendly Sunday morning streaming experience. So even though it won't be targeting children, you should be safe to listen to it with your little ones around. No cursing, no raunchiness. Last time on Spellbound, our heroes made the acquaintance of an older owl Aarakocra named Tchurni, who has proven to be more than meets the eye. When boulders started falling from the sky, our team followed Tchurni up to the cave of a mountain giant named Drungar, who is apparently looking for snow. How will our heroes handle this situation? You'll find out. I will see you in the story. Drungar mad! And he's gonna take this rock and he's gonna throw it at Theia, Dashing, and Tchurni. Ooh, and he rolled a 17! All right, you guys. So, Drungar rolled a 17 to throw a giant rock at you, and that will hit for sure. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't want you to all die. Yes, Feliks.
How close is Feliks? How close would you say Feliks is to the others?
However, wherever you think he was, because I placed you guys, but if you would think that there's a different place that he would be,
well,
you can place him.
He wouldn't be that close to the mouth of the cave, that's for damn sure.
That's fair. If he's within 5 feet, you can use your protection thing, because you have a protection fighter thing, right?
I do, yes.
Or reaction?
Yeah, it's called Swift Block, I think is what it was called. Where if somebody is within, if a enemy is attacking one of my companions within 5 feet of me, Feliks runs forward with the shield, and now they have to roll again with for a disadvantage roll.
Oh, okay, yeah, we can do that. So you are going in. Are you protecting Theia?
Yes.
Or Tchurni?
Yeah. She's a little squishier. He's a monk. I think he can take it.
All right, so my second roll is a 14, and it's +8 to hit. So I think that still hits. But what I'll do here, since there are 2 of you, I'll split the damage equally between the 2 of you.
There's actually 3 of us.
Well, 3. That's true. That's
not
true.
The rabbit,
but
not the rabbit.
He's a baby bunny.
They squished very quickly.
You guys get
We've all
hit
seen
like
of mice
bowling
and men.
pin. And technically, since he is aiming at Tchurni, not Theia, Tchurni is the one that it's gonna hit. So he's trying to throw this rock at you, Tchurni. That's gonna be 15 damage.
Oh my god.
Okay.
It's a giant rock.
I can, I'm gonna use that same deflect missiles from before, except properly this time, which is a reaction for me. But basically, I'm gonna take a D10 and add my Dex and my monk level, and then subtract that from the damage. So you said it's 15?
Mhm.
Okay, let me roll a D10. 6, and I add 9 to that, so it's actually 15. So I take no damage.
Awesome. So
I deflect it.
Tchurni, you deflect this giant rock, and does it go back at your opponent, or does it just kind of fly off to the side?
Yeah, if it's small enough, I'm able to catch it and throw it back, but I doubt this is. So
yeah, it's bigger. It's bigger than your head.
Sure. So yeah, I think I just kind of do kind of similar to what I did before, and kind of like a little spin move on it, and roll it just slightly off to the side from where we're standing, or where I'm standing. I guess I can't help them really.
Well, you do
help
great,
me?
Tchurni, because now it's not gonna hit your friends. So Tchurni deflects that boulder. Can everybody roll initiative? Like Lauren can go with Delaelia, and Drungar rolled a 1, so
Cool.
he's kind of slow. So the order is Tchurni, Feliks, Delaelia, Princess Theia, Drungar, with Ramsey and Lauren going on Delaelia and Felix's turn. And Dashing is a bunny, and he is not entering the fight. In fact, Dashing, he jumps away from Theia, and he goes and he runs over here. I guess he can't get there that fast, so he's like
He's
here.
a bunny.
Go farther. Get in a bush.
I
Save
can only
yourself.
I can only run so far in one turn. God.
Siblings. Fuck.
Turn. What is it? What do you mean?
A turn.
It's only been 3 seconds, Theia. Gosh. All right. Tchurni, what would you like to do?
Tchurni's going to rush up ahead of everyone else. I take it back. He's not gonna rush. He's gonna swiftly walk. I have a speed of 40.
He is a monk.
So, yeah, I guess I'll go up to like there. So, and just say, now, Drungar, that's no way to get what you want. I've gone over this before, and I will use force if I must. But please, we're trying to help you.
Help.
And
Help me.
yes, help you get the snow back.
Snow.
Maybe stop saying that.
I mean he's not gonna make the first hit. So
Okay.
that's my turn, I suppose.
Okay. Are you attempting to I'm trying to see if there's anything I can have you roll. Like, are you trying to deceive? Are you trying to persuade? Maybe a persuasion roll?
Yeah, I'll do a persuasion. I have no charisma, but yeah, why not?
Hey, you never know.
You never know.
But
Well,
sometimes you know.
When
If
you know,
don't
you
now
know.
you know.
You know?
Yeah, Drungar does not seem convinced by your earnest and straightforward way of speaking, Tchurni.
Okay.
It is Felix's turn.
Duh, Felix.
Oh god, it's a giant. It's a rock giant. What the hell am I supposed to do?
Small.
I'm very small. Feliks is going to yell back to Theia, "Get out of here, go now." And he's going to run towards the giant. Oh fuck. And he's going to do a shield slam. And he's gonna try and just hit it, I guess. It's a rock. What the fuck?
On his upper foot? Dog.
I don't know what to do. It's a giant rock that moves. What am I supposed to do? I have a sword.
Are you on Ramsey?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to know.
Oh my god, wait, yeah, I'm on. Oh, okay, so I'm on Ramsey. I'm not going to do the shield block thing. Shield bash.
Okay.
I'm going. Feliks jumps onto Ramsey and charges straight towards the giant, and Ramsey is going to, because the thing is made out of rock, he is going to climb that fucker. And Feliks is going to try and hit him in the face with his sword.
Yeah.
Smart thinking.
Can you have Ramsey make an athletics or an acrobatics check for Ramsey?
Sure.
Or just roll a d20 and then add whatever his dex modifier is if he has one.
Well, that's an 11.
Roll the go die.
11. Roll the go
Go
die.
die. I don't have.
Every creature rolls a d20 except for goats for some reason.
They're God's chosen people.
Yeah.
So Ramsey attempts to leap up on this mountain giant, but it's kind of hard because it's not like there's like a solid ledge or anything for you to like land on. So Ramsey does like jump up, and you're kind of like on his like arm for a second. But then he kind of his hooves start to slip and he starts to slide, and he ends up jumping back down. But you're still on Ramsey, and Ramsey is still on his feet. He just couldn't quite keep his footing, but you can still attack.
Okay, so I'm going to make a slashing attack. That's a 20.
Whoa!
You have a +9.
She's
Yeah.
the DM.
It's a thing.
I know.
Hey Justin, you don't know yet. You're not in that part of the story yet.
Oh,
You
yeah,
don't know
you don't
what she
know.
has to sacrifice for this.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, never mind.
So that's a 20.
So yeah, a dirty 20. Rebecca, describe what happens. You do hit, and you can roll for damage. There you go.
Okay, so it's just a 3 because I slashed at him. Feliks jumps onto Ramsey's and they charge forward, and Ramsey jumps and manages to get onto the arm, but he doesn't quite grip onto it with his hooves, and he slides back down. But as they start falling back down, Feliks just kind of wildly swings the sword and slashes him in the shin by the time they make it to the ground.
And you slash, and it does make contact, and it leaves like a little bit of a scratch, but Drungar seems totally unfazed. But he does see you now, and so now his eyes are on you. Delaelia, or unless you have anything else to do in your turn, Feliks.
No.
All right, Delaelia, it is your turn.
I am going to say, oh good, Drungar, you're here. I had something I wanted to show you and I forgot earlier.
Yes.
Is it your
He
face?
says.
Drungar is looking at Feliks. As you say this, he's looking at Feliks and Ramsey.
Okay. And I am going to ready an action for if he looks at me.
Mhm.
I'm going to show him my ring and say, look at this. This is very neat. I got it from Nitkin Bone Picker. And I'm going to shoot on the ground, trick arrow. I'm readying that action for if he looks at me.
Okay. Are you wearing your ring over your glove, or did you have to take your glove off?
I think I'm wearing it over the glove like a lady.
There you go. All right. So you've got that action readied. Is Lorne going to do anything?
Lorne is going to ready the action of stinging him if he attacks me.
Awesome.
And I say to him,
Okay.
be cool, buddy. But also don't let that giant take you.
Team Delaelia.
Readying actions. All right, I'm done.
All right. Princess Theia, what do you do?
Theia has learned from her past experiences, and so she is going to don her mage armor.
Oh, thank God.
Good choice. So Theia dons her mage armor. What does it look like, Theia?
It is, I believe last time I said it is a force field. It's like a faint outline of armor, glowing gold. And it just kind of like follows me as I move. I think we compared it to She-Ra last time.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that, so I'm sticking with it.
Has
Awesome.
Prince Dashing seen you wear the mage armor before? I don't think he has.
Yeah, he's off on the sidelines like, what? What?
This little bunny mouth
My
is just like,
sister? What?
What does she get golden armor? Ugh.
Basically.
Okay.
Theia, do you do anything else?
I mean, can I? Because I can't really...
You have a movement and you have a free action.
I have a free action. Can I? No. Can I?
So free
attack?
action is like grabbing something, like a little thing, and a movement you can move to the max of your speed each turn you take. So if you have a speed of like 20, you can move 20 feet, or a speed of 30, you can move 30 feet.
I'm gonna ready my crossbow and run to where dashing is.
And that's it? What do we go to do?
That's all I have.
Okay. So Thea moves to Prince Dashing, and she's got her crossbow out. Brings us down to Drungar. Drungar is looking at you, Feliks, and he frowns, and then he looks at Ramsey, and his eyes widen a little bit, and he says, "Oh, snow!" And he's going to pick up Ramsey.
I'm on the goat. Did he just grab the goat out from under me?
He's gonna pick. Okay, so let's do this. He's gonna try to pick up Ramsey and shake you off. Can you either do a dexterity saving throw to nimbly land on your feet, or an athletics saving throw to hold tight onto Ramsey and not get knocked off?
I'm gonna try and stay on him. You said that was a strength or dexterity?
Yes, strength for staying on.
Okay, that's gonna be a strength. Oh no, he's not taking my goat. That's a 22.
Yes!
Thighs of steel.
Yeah. Eyes of steel. So he picks up Ramsey and you, and he's trying to shake you off, but you are holding tight to Ramsels. But now the Drungar is holding Ramsey and you in one of his hands. I think he scooped from underneath. So you kind of actually got to where you wanted to be, because Ramsey is like half standing, half being held in Drungar's right hand. And you were on top of him.
All right. So I guess it's my turn. So
Yeah, and he doesn't do anything other than that. He doesn't try to smush you or anything.
Okay. I'm gonna regret this. Feliks, he kind of panics a little bit because he's suddenly in the air on his goat. And he takes his sword and he brings it back, like he's about to swipe at his head, and then he stops and he thinks for a second. He says, "Is Snow a goat?" And he just looks at the giant face to face, which is terrifying, by the way. I'm not enjoying this at all.
And Drungar just points at Feliks with his other hand, and he goes, "Snow!
Snow? Snow." like he Snow, and then shakes his head, and then points to the goat, to Ramsey's. Snow?
He's pointing at Ramsey. Do you do anything, any attack or anything?
No, Feliks just kind of turns back to the others, and he's like, "I think he's looking for a goat."
Yeah.
I would like.
There were some goats fighting way back there.
There were goats.
Feliks turns back to the giant, and he says, "Can you please put us down?"
Oh wait! Oh my God! Did we skip Tchurni's turn, Justin?
Yeah, that's all right.
No!
I mean, you guys,
all right.
you were on a roll. It's all right.
So
Literally.
as this is happening, Tchurni has been able to witness this. What does Tchurni do, Justin?
Well, I mean, I was gonna do some badass monk stuff, and then now it doesn't seem effective. So I think I mean, I'll just probably this has all happened already, right?
We can retcon a little bit.
No, I don't. It's all right. It's fine. I'll say Tchurni was skipped over because Tchurni is just chilling. Yeah, I think he's just kind of watching how all of you work and whatnot. Just kind of maybe leaning, kind of slumped up against his staff a bit. He opens his beak to say something, and then he's like. And then when Feliks says, "Is Snow a goat?" he just kind of goes, just kind of shakes, just nods his head like, "Oh, I get it now."
Oh my God, I love.
And he's just kind of sitting there, kind of smiling, looking up at all of you.
I
That's
love
all.
Tchurni so much. But yeah, so Felix still has the sword like kind of reared back, like he hasn't quite let down his guard, but he's just like, "Can you put us down, please?"
He doesn't put you guys down. Delaelia, do you want to do anything? It is your turn next.
So he didn't like look at her at all.
He hasn't yet. If you want to use that action anyway, you can. But he has been enamored with Ramsey.
Okay, I'm gonna, if I can. No, that's not how the game works. I'm not gonna cheat and manipulate. I am going to go inside of. I'm going to run into the cave, and I'm going to say, "What's going on in here?"
Oh my god!
Yep.
Do you release a bow? Do you release an arrow?
I don't, because he didn't do the thing that I said would release it. So
it is dark in the cave, but because of your dark vision, you can see that there's like bones on the ground, pieces of armor, shiny rocks. There's some more flutter bees in here. They're like seems like there's a lot of like hives in here on the wall, and there's just like honey oozing down. And also Delaelia, roll a perception check. That's all the stuff you can see just like right away.
love it. I love the reward that I got for being honest. Oh shit. It's a 13.
That's okay. Delaelia, you see that there's like some hay or like some grass on the ground that looks like maybe it's a little bed. And you
For
see
like a little thing that might be a goat.
Yeah, but not so little. It looks like there's like a big enough that you could sleep on it, but not big enough for Drungar. Big enough for a goat, but it'd be a really big goat.
Big like the fighty goats that we saw on our way in.
Maybe.
Noobly. Okay, thank you.
And yes, and that is Delelia's turn. Is she trying to get his attention?
Not necessarily, but she screamed that and ran into the thing's home.
Awesome. You don't perceive actually. Okay, Delaelia, you notice the bed, and then you hear like a coming from above you.
Oh.
Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no. Do I get pooped on?
This is just for fun.
10.
You look up, Delaelia, and you realize that you're not totally alone in here. It looks like there are some I was gonna say you see something like shifting in the at the top of the cave, like there's something on the ceiling, and your first instinct is like, oh my gosh, might be bats. And then there's a fluttering, and suddenly they're all around you, swarming out of the cave, Delaelia. It's just dozens and dozens of dragonflies.
Oh my god.
And they're buzzing around you, in your hair, in your face.
And Delaelia just screams, "Newman!" It's too good.
And they fly out of the cave.
That's amazing.
Good. Okay.
Princess Theia, it is your turn.
The giant is still holding my friend and his goat aloft, yes?
Yes.
Theia is going to point her crossbow at the giant and say, "Put them down, or I will fire this thing. So help me."
No training.
Don't tell him that. Can I roll a performance?
Try rolling intimidation or persuasion.
Persuasion or intimidation?
Either. You can choose. What do you think she's trying to do? Persuade or intimidate?
She's trying to intimidate.
Awesome.
Get it, girl.
An 18.
Ooh, okay. So Princess Theia, you say this and you are pointing the crossbow at him. And I think what happens is this. Drungar hears Delaelia scream in his cave, and then a swarm of dragonflies leave the cave. So he looks up for a moment to see that. And then he looks over when he hears you yell at him, and the sun catches the tip of the arrow, of the bolt in the crossbow. Like there's a little bit of a gleam there. We're just going to say there is a little bit of a shiny gleam on that crossbow. And the shiny thing it just kind of like, he gets like it's like hard for him to see for a second. and he goes, and he like brings up the hand that was pointing at Ramsey to his eyes, and his other hand kind of lowers a little bit closer to the ground, just like instinctively as he's trying to shield his eye from you.
Should I try to break? Would that be like a grapple, or am I like ensnared?
You're not really grappled or ensnared because he's not holding super tightly. He's actually being very gentle.
Okay. So I can go.
Yeah, here, one moment. As he lowers his hand, he's gonna reach for a rock since his turn is next. And for his turn, he's going to throw that rock towards Princess Theia.
Great. Love it.
No.
Merciful.
So that's gonna be an 18 to hit. This rock lands, it's gonna hit you. It's gonna hit you, and you are going to take.
Great.
Oh God, Princess Theia, you get smashed with a rock, and you fall over, and you take 15 damage.
No. I don't have that many hit points.
So Theia, you get hit with this rock.
I'm already down to 14 because I took damage earlier.
Sounds like death
Sophia,
saving throw style.
You get hit with this rock, and it just knocks you right off your feet. It's actually like on top of you now, and you are knocked unconscious. It doesn't hit dashing though.
I mean, I'm -1.
You don't. So that means where you're at, which we haven't
It's the
gotten
first
to
time this has
before.
happened to us.
So you're unconscious, Theia. You're not dead. What you'll do on your turn is you're gonna roll a death saving throw, and you get 3 of those. Correct? I
Up
haven't
to
really done
6
this a
of
lot.
them.
Up to 6 of them, and you have to get at least one has to be over a 10. Yeah, that's the
Well, 3 of
10 or higher.
Yeah.
10 or higher.
If you do 3 that are 10 or higher, then you get to come back.
Stabilized.
If you get 3 that are lower, then you actually die. But that's usually like the DM decides that rule for the game. So we'll see what happens.
And if you roll a natural 20, then you are stabilized.
Like
Sophia, you are knocked unconscious.
Somebody kick this thing's ass. Let's stop being nice.
Tchurni's turn.
So Tchurni's looking. He was distracted by the dragonflies coming out of the cave.
Of course.
And I think he just like kind of looks up at them and takes a quiet moment to take that meaning of whatever it is nature's trying to tell him. And he turns around and he says, all right, well, if you're not going to go down without a fight, my friend, force it is. And then Tchurni like flips his cloak off. And I don't want to make it too badass because if I roll like shit, then this isn't going to be cool anymore.
This would be embarrassing.
This owl like ripped underneath this.
But I'm gonna. He's
Yeah.
pretty chunky, actually. He's a chunky boy.
Yes. Thick boys are the
he's-
strongest boys.
Yeah. But yes, I'm gonna go attack with Whistler, my staff. It's called Whistler because the hook in the top, when the air goes through it, it makes a whistle noise. And so he's gonna like his wings like launch him off the ground, and he's kind of like spinning his staff in the air, and he's gonna swing it down at Drungar for my first hit, which is 24 to hit.
That hits.
So that's 8 points of bludgeoning damage. And then I will spend a key point
Yes, monks.
to do a flurry of blows. So I'm going to get 2 unarmed strikes on him as well. First one is probably going to miss. That's a 10. Second one is a 16.
16, or yeah, second one hits.
Okay. For 4 damage, 4 bludgeoning. And then, if I may,
You
I'm
may.
going to spend 1 more key point to... Oh, wait, I forgot I have an extra attack. My bad. I'm going to do the other extra attack here. So use Whistler again. 13.
That one doesn't hit.
Damn. Okay. Never mind then. That's it.
All right, yeah. Tchurni pulls this badass move, and he hits Drungar, and then he hits him again, and that last one doesn't hit. But Drungar is a little bit caught off guard, and he takes a half step back and looks surprised and startled. And then he looks down at you, Tchurni, and he growls.
You brought this on yourself, friend. I didn't want to do this.
Awesome. Tchurni, is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right. So we are back to Feliks.
Okay.
Feliks, you have seen the princess go down. She is currently underneath a giant rock.
So he sees that happen, and he just gives just a giant just screams no, and Feliks jumps off of Ramsey. Felix jumps off his Feliks. I'm very emotional right now.
His soul comes out.
His soul leaves his body. So Feliks is gonna jump off of Ramsey and run over to rock with Princess underneath.
What do? You get there.
He's gonna try and move the rock. He's gonna try and lift it off of her.
Roll a strength check, or an athletics check is what I should say. Roll athletics.
Athletics instead of strength for moving the rock?
Well, because athletics takes your strength modifier for it. So you'll roll athletics because you're trying to lift this rock.
Lift with your knees.
What did I roll? Hang on, I can't see shit.
You got a dirty 20.
So yeah,
awesome.
Felix just runs over and just with sheer emotion gets that rock, just shoves it right off of her. Well, lifts it off. I guess you shouldn't shove it.
My hero.
Shut up, you're unconscious. And
she just whispers it.
Don't do that. And where did my thing go? Sorry, I've lost control of my entire screen.
You're good.
And I can't really do anything. Do I have any do I have a healing potion? What do I have?
I'll remind you, Princess Theia has a healer's kit on her person.
Is it not squished?
You found it in the temple.
What?
Do we have proficiency in that? Do we have to?
I don't know. I've never used one before, ever. I've never tried to heal somebody in a game.
Justin, what's the rule of thumb with healing if you don't have a medical proficiency?
So, okay, anybody is allowed to roll a medicine check to try and stabilize. They just have to beat a 10.
Okay.
But yeah, it kind of differs depending on who's, whatever.
Whatever.
I personally, because making a medicine check is like doing CPR or something like that. It's something that kind of everyone kind of knows how to do or whatever, trying to stabilize somebody. But using a healer's kit to actually bring back in that way, I think is maybe Nah, I would say just use. I would say anybody can use it.
I would say Felix.
It's the feat. There's a feat called healer, and that allows you to use a healer's kit to actually bring health, give health back to the person.
Right.
So that is something you'd have to know. But yeah, I think just the basic use of healer's kit. Right.
Yeah. You can use that to try and stabilize her, Felix. If you roll a 10 or higher, you can stabilize her with that.
Okay. So I'm gonna try and do that. So
I think that's fair.
Medicine check.
Yeah.
I have 0. Oh, it's a 5. I just rolled a 5.
All right.
You tried.
So Felix is kind of looking her over. She's unconscious, not looking great, and she's not waking up. And he's just he just kind of just picks her up and holds her, and he's just please, no, not again, please. And he's just completely freaking out. And so,
not again.
We just got some backstory dropped.
And so he's just completely freaking out. He's so not at the giant right now. So
awesome. And Delaelia, it is your turn. Felix is holding Princess Theia in his arms as he was just magically lifted, not magically, with the pure strength of love, lifted this boulder off of her.
Okay. So So all of those dragonflies left the cave. And Delaelia is like sick and is like eyes big, feverish almost. The flies are asking me to leave the cave. And so she walks out, like chest out, and is just like, this is my duty. This is what I'm doing. And she walks out, sees Ramsey still in the arms of the giant, and is like, not today, and shoots at him.
All right.
With a
what
trick
do you shoot
arrow.
with?
Because that was what she had ready.
Okay. So Delaelia rolled to attack.
14.
That does not hit, but you do shoot this trick arrow. And as it flies through the air, what does it do, Delaelia?
It makes a long, loud, embarrassing farting sound. Like a wet one.
Awesome. Do you want to give us an example of that?
Yeah.
Do you want to provide some Foley? Does anyone want to volunteer to provide
fart
Foley?
noise?
I'll do it at the same time. So that it's like really nasty. Because if we all do it at once, it'll be like great. 3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1.
Great.
And that is the sound it makes as it flies through the air and flies past his head. Definitely catches his attention. He turns over his shoulder to watch it as it flies past him and lands on the ground. Delaelia, do you do anything else? Does Lauren do anything?
Delaelia says, Numair has sent me out here to resolve this issue. Put the goat down.
Awesome. Do you want to roll intimidation?
I mean, I can.
Do you want to?
Do you want me to? I would rather
Are you
you just
trying?
say I was intimidating.
All right, roll intimidation.
Oh, no. It's a 3. That's why I think maybe next time just like do what I say.
Delaelia, you say that really epically.
Mhm.
And a flutter bee just kind of like lands on your shoulder as you say it. So it looks really pretty. You look really cute. It's like you say that all mean, and then a flutter bee just lands on your shoulder, fluttering swings at you. And we move to Princess Theia.
Okay.
Princess Theia. So I'm gonna amend what I said earlier, because technically, since you have the healer's kit, Feliks should be able to just revive you even if he doesn't roll a 10. And then without the healer's kit, he should have to roll a 10 or higher. So Feliks, as you hold Princess Theia in your arms and you say, "Please wake up, please wake up," Theia, you back to life in the arms of your friend Feliks. Your chest hurts really bad. It feels like you may have fractured some ribs.
Just a few.
Thank the gods.
Oh.
I told you to run.
I ran as far as I could.
Rebecca, can you move the thing to your face so we can
get
hear
out.
Can she do anything? I don't know that she can do anything. She's like,
I mean, you're stable. You're stable, so you're not
am I
dying.
at 0? Like, what hit points am I at? I don't know how this
Well,
works.
you're not
I've
fighting
never done
anymore.
this
That's for
before.
damn sure.
So you're stable. Justin, we've never done this
So-
before.
Yeah, so technically speaking, you're at 0 hit points. So you're incapacitated, you're unconscious. But I don't want to take away, any of the awesome
No, it's good.
like drama happening. So I mean, you could technically put her at 1 hit point if you'd rather.
Yeah, we'll put you.
Um,
We'll put you at. We'll put you at 1 hit point.
Neat. Okay. All right.
F the rules, man. They're guidelines.
Yeah.
Homebrew.
There are sets of guidelines and actual rules. That was an attempt at an accent, but it didn't work because tonsils swollen equals can't use tongue.
Mijita.
Aw.
Thank you, Kelsey.
Also wine.
You're welcome. I was acting it out. Yeah, let's call a spade a spade.
I mean, can Thea do anything? It's my turn, but I don't like. She's
you are
on the
prone.
ground.
Yeah, you're prone on the ground. You can try to get up. You can try to heal yourself.
I'm gonna try and heal myself. Can I can't. Can I use healing hands on myself, or it says touch a creature and cause it to regain a number of.
You're a
hit
creature.
points?
You can touch yourself. There's no shame.
Do what you need to do to make yourself happy, and it's not even like one of those like necessary evils. It's a necessary good.
Do
I just
Your
like,
clitoris
I
is there
wanna
for a
do
reason.
I need to leave? Do I need to
Hold
let go of
on.
her?
Okay, I think I'm gonna actually use Cure Wounds because says creature you touch regains a number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus your spell casting ability modifier. Oh, when you cast a spell using a spell slot of second level or higher, healing increased by 1d8 for each slot above the first level. So I'm at what am I at level 3 now? I like that I don't know where I'm at.
Yeah, you've got some second level spell slots you can burn.
So yeah, I'm gonna cast it. So does that mean that I get 2d8s then?
2d8
Okay.
plus your spell casting ability modifier.
Cool. So I get 12 hit points back.
Hey, there you go.
Yay!
You're almost up to
There we
full health.
go. Look at.
So
Cool.
Princess Theia, what do you do? Draw us a pretty picture.
I'm gonna stand up. I mean, does that count? Did I use my action? Can I move?
Well, technically healing yourself is your action, so you can't stand up yet.
Okay, so I'm
'cause
just
that's the
gonna
whole
say-
action.
No, really, it's fine. We should probably subdue this thing, though.
You're not fighting anything. Stay down.
Okay, well, somebody. I don't want to get hit with a rock
I don't-
again. You know, third time might be the charm. Not into
Don't
it.
say that.
All right. And so, Princess Theia, you have healed yourself. It is Drungar's turn. He seems really happy having Ramsey in his hands. After watching that weird farty arrow fly by, he's back to looking at Ramsels, and he holds Ramsey up closer to his face, and he smiles, and he goes to pet Ramsey with one of his fingers on his left hand, and just sorts of pets Ramsey on the head and goes, "Snow, friend Snow." And he isn't paying any attention to you, Tchurni.
Okay.
He doesn't attack anybody.
Is it my turn?
Mhm.
So Tchurni will land next to him and look back to the others, and specifically to Feliks, and say, would you mind if perhaps our friend Ramsey here just stays put for just a little while? He seems to be doing all right. Would you be okay with that, Ramsey?
What is Ramsey feeling, Rebecca?
I think he's more confused than anything. I think he's a little freaked out, but at the same time, he's not getting hurt. So, he's kind of okay with it, to be honest. And you can see that Feliks is a little distressed, so he doesn't exactly know what's going on. He's not that smart. Let's be honest.
Oh.
He's a ghost.
Perhaps Ramsey stays here, and well, maybe Feliks, if you stay with him, perhaps, or I can stay with him, and maybe some of us maybe go get Snow from back down below, and do a little trade-off. What do we think about that?
That's a good idea, but leaving Ramsey here? Yikes.
Not alone. One of us can stay with him.
Okay, well, you, Tchurni, seem
That's right.
to be able to handle big, giant dude. Drungar? Drungar.
Yes, you're doing
I'm
great.
gonna go
You're
get
doing
the
great.
goat.
Proud of you.
Do we have treats that we can lure them with?
We have treats.
Wait, Drungar, what is Snow like?
Snow, like Drungar.
Can we lead you to Snow?
Would you like to come with us?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Snow.
We know where
We
snow
show you
is.
Snow.
Yeah.
We show, and she's doing hand symbols. Snow. We show Snow.
Show Snow. And he holds Ramsey up as if to and nods.
Okay. All right. We good? Let's go.
Hello, listeners. This is your DM, Emma Carter. As always, I'd like to take a moment to thank you, the listener, for pressing play. I'd also like to thank our top tier patrons, The Dude, The Parkers, Laura Carter, Julie Vaughn, Ryan Botwinick-Caruza, and Sean Pierre Ringgold. 2020 was a year unlike any other. With so many people working from home due to the pandemic, pet adoption rates have gone up. If you're someone who is considering getting a pet to keep you company while you work from home, our patron, Laura Carter, would like to encourage you to support your local animal shelters and adopt, not shop. For our Kansas City listeners, I can recommend Casey Pet Project, Whiskers Cat Cafe, which I think works with Casey Pet Project, and Wayside Waifs. Wayside Waifs is where I adopted my cat, Lux. Wayside Waifs is the largest no-kill pet adoption campus in Kansas City, placing approximately 5,400 animals every year. Wayside does not euthanize adoptable animals, and there are no time limits for animals in their care. And for all the listeners out there who have adopted a pet or have gone the extra mile by taking in a stray cat or helping a lost pup find their home, we salute you and we thank you. Laura Carter is my mom, and I know from personal experience that she has worked very hard in the past couple of years to help feral cats or outdoor cats get the medication they need, get neutered or fixed, and then tried to help find them homes or to find their babies homes. So I'll just specifically say thank you, Mom, for being your amazing self. All right, let's get back to our story.
All right, well, let's all go walk down the hill and find Snow all together, all right?
All right, let's go.
Now, Drungar, I'm sorry I lost my temper there for a moment, but you can't just pick up creatures that don't want to be picked up. Now, we'll have to talk about that more in the future, all right?
We're not going to talk about him landing a rock on me?
Oh,
Used up
well,
one
you're
of my
all right, aren't you?
units.
I don't think he's
One
gonna.
of my spell
Probably not gonna
slots.
understand though.
All right, let's go find this Snow so I can get my goat back.
Drungar seems to be appeased at this point. He's not attacking you guys. Dashing hops up to you, Delaelia, before you stand up, and he puts a little paw on you with his ears back, all freaked out, and he's like, "Are you okay?"
Wait,
You-
to
you like-
Delaelia or Theia?
To Thea. he crushed you with a rock, and then you just like got back up.
Yeah, I'm okay. I know you're probably scared. Do you want to
I'm not scared. I'm not scared.
No. I'm sorry. I didn't mean scared. I meant upset. For me, and that's very kind of you as a brother. So, do you want to just ride in the pouch for a minute? And I'm fine. You know, I would feel safer if you sat in the pouch with me.
Yeah, I can do that. If it'll make you feel safer, I can do that.
Thank you. See, that was so kind. Thank you, Dashing. It's really, really helpful.
Yeah, no problem.
Aw.
And he gets in the little pouch in the little bunny Bjorn. And you guys start walking down the hill. How do you plan to get Drungar to follow you. He seems pretty happy with Ramsey in his hand to just kind of like sit here contentedly with Ramsey.
I have an idea.
What's your idea?
Remember that one time when you were showing us what you could do with that one spell where you like made it look like a person-ish?
Oh my god.
What if you made it look like a
Oh my God.
goat-ish? But like up ahead so he has to go toward it.
Delaelia, you're the smartest person I've ever met. Thea's gonna muster up. She's very tired. She's gonna muster up whatever she has, and she is going
Do
to.
it like far away though.
Yeah, I got it. She's gonna muster up some dancing lights and turn them.
Or wait, this is
Into-
prestidigitation.
Is it? No, because you can combine the 4 lights into a glowing vaguely humanoid
Okay.
form. Yeah. It says humanoid. Do you think I can make it in any shape I want? Or does it have to be a human?
Wait, let's say it can be goatoid. Goats are smaller than humans, so as long as it's not like a bigger form.
I mean, really, it just has to be round.
Uh-huh.
He's pretty dumb.
If it's farish away, he's gonna believe anything we say.
Yeah, so she's gonna make a goat-ish blob in the distance and say, Drungar, look, snow!
Snow!
Go see snow! Snow! Follow us! Come see snow.
And Drungar looks at your dancing light goat blob, and he gets really excited, and he starts walking towards it, actually fairly quickly because he's a big guy, so he can move pretty quickly. All right, so you guys head back to this area because this is where we were before. Drungar still has Ramsels. So you guys, as you go down the mountain following Princess Thea's dancing light goat, you see, like you saw before, there are still some goats who seem to be fighting. Or actually, here, you see some goats.
She had tokens for him and everything.
I
Yeah,
do.
she's mad. This is what we get.
Oh, I'm not mad.
Defying the DM.
I hope we
So
learned
you
our
see-
lesson.
Oh my gosh, you guys, you didn't do anything wrong.
Justin, do you
So you
know that?
see-
Do you see now that that Emma's so mean?
Yeah, she's the
Mean
meanest.
tyrant.
She won't even
So
bring
mean.
Bill back.
She just like use your vulva, and I'm like, what?
And I'm like, what?
So you guys see
They're so
some goats.
big.
They're very big.
But okay. So you see some goats, and they're button heads with each other over here, like, huh, huh. That's how goats sound.
They sound like grown-up dashings.
Yeah, they do. They're like, and they're hitting each other in the head. I don't have a different goat head, but there is a third goat over here. It's a little bit smaller, but still big.
Doesn't have big balls
and-
in the back.
It does not have big balls in the back. It has pretty white fur that looks very shiny, and it's a little bit smaller.
Kelsey
Felix,
asks
you
the
would
tough
know.
questions.
It's Snow. Snow's a girl name.
Felix, you would know that this is a girl goat
Mhm.
because you know
Yeah.
goats. And she's just over here kind of watching this go on with these two big guys who are fighting each other.
Drungar. Snow.
Snow.
Over there. She's scared of those big guys.
And Drungar looks over where you point, and he sees Snow, and he goes, Snow! And he drops Ramsey.
No.
Not like meanly, but he kind of like just
Like
the
some-
football.
he like puts his hand down, and Ramsey can quickly just kind of jump off, and he runs towards Snow. And he reaches out to Snow and scoops her up, and she goes, she nuzzles him.
She's in Menst or whatever. Wait, Drungar. Let her have sex with. Just a second. Let her have sex with one of these steeds so that she can make baby Snows for you and her to love and grow as a family.
Baby Snow?
Yeah, so just politely remove one of these male ones, and then they can have sex, and then you go home, we go home, move on.
No.
What?
No, do
Ramsey can do it.
No, he can't. No, he can't. That's not.
Oh.
That's not. That's.
You said he was in rut or whatever.
She's a
It's
lot
nature.
bigger. That's not a thing. Like,
It's nature.
Why are there so many horny
Stop
goats in this
pimping
podcast?
out
They're in
my
rut.
goat.
And Delaelia, as you guys are talking, one of the male goats sees Drungar get close to Snow, and it goes up and it rams Drungar in the back.
That's what I was trying to warn you about. Yeah, you don't get in the middle.
Well, I guess if anyone was gonna get rammed by a scary goat, I'm glad it wasn't us.
Tchurni's gonna run over there and say, well, now that's foul play. Drungar's just trying to get his little lady goat here, and you sure, what's your name? Looking up at the goat. Bartleby? Bartleby and Chester. Okay, well,
Okay, Felix is going to also run over. Oh lordy. He's also going to run over to Drungar, and he's just going to lightly put a hand on his leg to try and get his attention. And he's like, I understand you just want to be with your friend, with Snow. But this is something that's important to Snow. So you have to let nature take its course.
And then you can ask Snow to come back home with you. I think that she's happy with you.
Yes.
But you have to allow her to do this. Now, and I talk to Chester and Bartleby and I say, we need to wrap this up. Let's make a choice and then move the fuck on.
That's not how they do
Who's-
it.
Decide in 5 seconds, okay?
Are you using speak with
Yeah.
animals? Can you use that on more than one animal at once?
Sure.
He's just covering Dashing's ears.
I can communicate with beasts for the duration, it says. Beasts.
All right.
Yeah, I remember that one
Sure.
time when we were in Justin's game and I spoke to those 2 rats. Same deal.
That's true.
I'll never forget that.
And you did the New York accent, and I think you said,
That's
I'm
right.
walking here.
I'm walking here. This is my gutter.
So this is perfect, Justin. You can be Bartleby, and I'll be
Oh,
Chester.
Okay.
And Chester says, "Whoa, what? Yeah. This is my turf. This is my turf. She's
Yeah.
my dame."
Yeah, you can't come around here and tells us where's we can puts our penises.
No, absolutely, yeah. It sounds like, though, Bartleby, that's
me.
you.
I'm
Good, I'm
Bartleby.
glad I diagnosed it
hello.
appropriately. It sounds like he's trying to tell you where you can stick your penis. And vice versa.
Yeah, this is my
Right,
turf,
this is the rule.
Bartleby.
Is this...
This is my dame.
Yeah, okay. I see what you all is talking about.
I actually have some treats and stuff if you would rather go somewhere else. If this isn't your...
you got treats.
I do have some treats, and I also have some other stuff. So I...
Listen, I thinks,
Listens.
I'm down for some treats.
Okay.
But it's up to Miss Snow over here.
Of course.
Snow, what would you like? I mean, I'm a man's man. My boy Chester here, this is his turf, this is his terrain though, so if you would rather have Chester, I will step off and go get some treats.
Snow says,
What's this happening?
I don't know what the hell is going on.
and Snow says,
Oh, well, I can't really pick which one I want to be with because they're both so strong. And man, I just really feel like having babies right now for some reason.
No, yeah, absolutely. I definitely understand that. And would it be easier and quicker if I picked for you?
Oh, would you do that?
Yeah.
That would just make this so much
So
easier.
you know what, Chester?
Yeah,
You're the one
gonna pick
to
me.
respectfully and kindly bring this woman pleasure. Bartleby, I've got some delicious snacks. Come with me.
Sounds good to me. Hey, Best of luck, Mazel Tov, Chester, and Snow.
Forget about it.
So how many treats do you want, Broseph?
What you got?
10?
I'll take 5.
Oh, okay. I give him...
I'm a reasonable
Yeah,
guy.
apparently. I give him 5 little treats, and I give him some water. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
your
You're very
cooperation.
kind.
You are very, very intellectual and respectful.
Thank you. Love to you and
Thanks.
yours. I'll see you next time.
And,
if you look back, Tchurni is just kind of sitting there like, yeah. Kind of just nodding in approval.
Some good was done this day. It's like the end of a Degrassi episode, and you're like, you're one of the teachers. You're like, yeah.
And Felix is just like, what the fuck is happening?
We don't have to say
I
it.
don't know. You are this.
Watch it, do we?
I had a whole
Resolved.
thing we were gonna fight, but if we just want to talk to goats, that's cool too.
So, ladies, gentlemen, we did discuss with the goats. A choice was made. One of them is leaving politely, and Snow is able to fill her needs.
Okay.
And it doesn't really look like Drungar is really following any of this, but he is happy to have Snow back in his hands. So he just starts walking away with Snow, and he like in a couple strides he's walking, and it looks like Chester is Chester's kind of following after. And then when he gets kind of over here, Drungar stops and he looks back at you guys.
Just give them some time. Give her space, or she will leave you again.
Drungar, Delaelia is right. You have to, if you truly love something, you must let it go. Although if you squeeze too tightly, you're gonna lose control.
Or kill it.
And Drungar looks at Snow in his hands, and she looks up at him and goes. And Drungar furrows his brow and thinks a minute, and he says, Snow, go? And then he sets Snow down on the ground and looks down, and he looks sadly at Snow, and he says, Snow, go.
Tchurni will come over to Drungar and kind of put a hand on wherever he can reach from 3 feet high.
Wherever?
And he'll just say, it's all right, Drungar. This is the way of things. You won't be alone. I'm your friend now.
Aww.
And Drungar looks at Tchurni and says, Drungar, friend.
Friend, that's right.
And Felix says, Snow will come home. She knows where
Maybe if she chooses.
She knows where home is. I know goats. She knows where her home is. And I can tell that she loves you.
And as you say that, Ramsey nuzzles up against you, Felix, as you're saying that.
And Felix pets him and says, they always find their way home.
And Drungar says, home. And that seems to strike some kind of chord in him. And he nods his head, and he watches as Snow and Chester continue to walk up the mountain towards the cave together. And Drungar just kind of like watches, and then he sits down and he looks at you guys and he says, thank you, friends.
We are your friends. Thank you. And then, and then Delaelia does like a motion to Numair and is like,
Tchurni is going to kind of just in this same clearing where they first found him, I guess is where we are. Yes.
Yeah.
He's going to pull out a small bowl and start a little fire and start brewing up some sick mead with his new honey.
Oh my
yeah.
god. This was for me.
And
Damn it.
And He's willing to talk to anybody if anybody wants to talk.
All right.
So did you plan all of that?
What's that?
Did
now?
you plan that whole thing? Was this a lesson for us to learn?
Delaelia? I did not plan any of that. I have no plans, period. I live life without planning. I find that it's easier to be aware of your surroundings and to be open to change if you don't already have something set.
Goddess.
You all seem very very determined, very serious. I won't act like I know what you've all been through, but well, I hope that a little bit of goat breeding and some and some
Husbandry, I'd call it even.
husbandry. Yeah. Well, yes. I hope that allows you to see that life is more than just life and death quests. There's a whole world out there. There's a lot of joy and levity to be found in it. So take what you will for that. Oh, it's ready. And he starts like ladling some of this mead into little into like a little jar or a little cup or something. And he sniffs it, takes a sip.
It was like fast action mead. Yeah.
Yes, well, it's just a powder. You just swirl it around.
I'm imagining the like apple cider powder.
It's like the little packet that you
Yes. Add hot water to it. Yeah.
Oh my god, my roommate had that in college.
Yes.
And he continues to ladle some into multiple like vials and corks them. And he hands them to you. And he says, before your journey, you might be able to help next time you get a rock landing on you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
This is wow, guys. Did you hear what? Wow.
Does Delaelia have a crush on Tchurni?
I don't think she has a crush. She has like stars in her eyes. Like I would follow this man
bird
to the end of the earth once. You know, like when you fall in love with like some economist or something that you're like, you know what you're talking about. This is yes. Not even like thinking about like how to do it or whatever, but it's just like ideas. So,
Tchurni, I just wanted to say I'm sorry if I was a little bit abrupt. What is the word I'm looking for? Harsh?
Mean?
Snappy. If I
Snippy,
snapped
I think is a good
earlier.
word.
Snippy.
You've been very helpful, and you're clearly very knowledgeable and very experienced, and I appreciate your company and your help, and I'm glad to know you and to call you a friend.
Likewise. Yeah, you've got quite something special inside of you. And I look forward to seeing more of you in the future, perhaps.
Oh, thanks.
So what's your
Hopefully without the rocks.
what's your plan now, Tchurni?
Well, I suppose I'll stick around, maybe help out Drungar a little bit longer, and just continue my path here in the Beastlands.
Are we in the Beastlands? We didn't wander into the Beastlands, did we? We weren't supposed to be in the Beastlands.
Along the border.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah, this is why I didn't
And
want to
as
come
he
this way.
says, that, I promise this will be quick. Don't worry. As he says that, you guys from over the hill, there's a sudden like roar as some like beast comes up over the hill, and it looks like it's an ogre, and it's mad, and its teeth are gnashing, and it's growling, and it sees you, and it's gonna attack you. And Drungar reaches over and grabs one of the rocks, and he just throws it at it, and it like hits him in the head, and the ogre just like falls back, and it's dead. And Drungar looks at you guys, and he says, "Friend."
Thanks, friend.
Thank you, Drungar.
Balance.
Yep. Well, we are actually, I just realized, in a pretty large hurry. So we appreciate your assistance and this mead you gave us.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
I'm
of
excited
course.
about the mead.
Use that sparingly. It's pretty hard to find, gather, as I'm sure you now understand. But I wish you all well on your journey, and I look forward to our paths crossing again. Oh, and Delaelia, that's a slick cloak you got there.
Yeah. It was it's on loan from a friend.
Sounds like a good friend. And then Tchurni will just kind of sit down and continue, like, just drink a little bit and maybe start up a conversation with Drungar.
I love this guy so much.
which mostly consists of Snow and Drungar and friend, but he seems to have warmed up to you, Tchurni.
Sure.
And actually, as he sits there, since he's a big chunk of mountain, some birds come and sit on him too.
Any
Yeah.
dragonflies?
And unless you guys have anything else you want to say, I think yes, Theia.
Thea needs to talk to Felix.
All right, so we, as
You are unconscious.
as that is happening, Theia and Felix have a little private moment here.
Are you okay? You seemed really upset.
I think I'm the one who should be asking you that. You were the one who was smushed by a rock. Why did you stay? I told you to run. You promised me that you would run if I told you to run.
I'm sorry. I tried to run as far as I could, and then I don't know. I saw you get snatched up by Ramsey. I didn't mean to break my promise, or not by Ramsey, by Drungar, and I didn't mean to break my promise. I got so scared that something was going to happen to you. I'm sorry.
I can take care of myself. You're the one. Theia. Look, you just don't have as much experience out here. Okay? And just promise me you'll be more careful in the future. Please. We can't
Okay.
count on miracles like that happening every single time.
No,
You're my friend,
right.
and I don't want to lose you. Promise me.
I promise. I promise.
Okay.
Sorry for scaring you.
Just don't do it again.
And Delaelia walks up. Guys, I am so grateful that Theia didn't run when you told her to. Like, I know that you thought it was your job to tell her exactly what to do as a man, but like, what would we have done down one person? Especially someone as talented as you, Theia. Good work today.
So it was
And then she just keeps walking on. Oh, I had a religious experience.
I can't breathe.
And I think that is the end of this particular adventure. We pan away, the camera pans up as we see Drungar and Tchurni talking, and Delaelia and Felix and Theia all put an arm around one another in solidarity and friendship.
Yeah.
Deep
The
confusion.
end.
Oh, what's that, Drungar? Oh, rock candy. Yes, I do like it quite a lot. Oh, right.
God damn it.
I love you guys. That was really fun.
Guys, thank you so much for letting me join.
Thanks for joining, and I'm excited for you to come up for the final boss battle. It's gonna be like you and Wahea and my mom.
Aww.
Jesus Christ. Our first guest appearance is our first death saving throw, too. What the hell, man?
Yeah.
That was awesome. Thea,
That's
you just
pretty
had a
cool.
brush with
Yeah,
death.
you broke that cherry though, which is great.
How do you feel?
Yeah.
I feel curious about what Felix said about not again, and I'm going
You
to
were
probe.
unconscious.
Will our heroes be able to handle the challenges ahead? And what did Feliks mean by not again? We'll find out next time on Spellbound. Songs in this episode include Spellbound and Spellbound Part 2 by Vinsvept of Bandcamp.com, Scheming Weasel, slower version, Dreamy Flashback, Spider's Web, Decline, Mischief Maker, Resignation, and Evening Fall Harp by Kevin McLeod of incomptech.filmmusic.io. Links and license in the description. All other songs by Alexander Nakarada of Serpent Sound Studios. All sound effects from zapsplat.com. Until next time.
Okay, this is really dumb, but where's my spellcasting ability modifier?
It's not dumb. Don't worry. It took me a while to find mine too.
There's so many things.
Are we still talking about vaginas?
No.
Yeah,
I'm talking about spells now.
you know we are.
I'm walking here. This is my gutter.